Well, it certainly takes aim at the same space.
Mm-hmm.
It's
HR.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of startups that all want to be the quote system of record end quote for employee data.
Yep.
The idea, if you can be the database that collects all of this information, then you can potentially sell a whole bunch of services on top of it. Zenefits niche was health benefits. We're gonna be your HR system, and we're gonna make money on benefits. Rippling's angle is we're gonna help you with onboarding, with technology onboarding, but also payroll and stuff. And their edge is laptops. The theory is, okay, so Launch gives a Mac to each new person that shows up. How do I make sure that the right software gets on it? Is it, connected to an IT department that can wipe it if it's stolen? Is there endpoint security on the Mac?
So adding the IT component to what was classic Zenefits and payroll.
In effect, what you do is you'd buy that laptop from them. They'll lease it to you, and you'll pay them monthly.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's so
that's kind of clever.
You can buy the software on its own. You can buy their software and pay $8 a month, or you can lease a laptop, say a MacBook Air. I don't think they've set the pricing, but it'll probably be in the I think the $50 to $75 range is my sense. And so you'll pay them for that.
Fascinating. It's interesting. There's kind of I'm a small investor in Zenefits when Parker was still CEO, and my personal friend David Sachs was in there. So I'm conflicted in three ways. One, I'm an investor. Two, I'm friends with David Sachs. Three, I'm a fan of Parker's. Was disappointed by what happened with the.
A lot of people look with the amount of money he raised. He got $7 million on a $25 million cap note, which shows you that at least there's a lot of seed investors that were willing to give him money. Now, two of his early investors in Zenefits, Maverick and Venrock, did not invest. So that's also a sign in the seed round, but that may be because
in the new company.
In the new company.
So he raised 7 on 25 cap.
Seven at, again, there's no valuation yet. There's a 25 million cap note.
See, that was the thing that I found very weird. What investor would give money to somebody who was ousted and created a huge...
Mostly his old seed investors.
So they want to give him a second chance.
The number was 90% of Rippling's seed investors were also seed investors in Zenefits.
So it's probably the Y Combinator crowd feels...
Initialized is in there. Initialized Capital.
That's what it is.
Ben Ling personally is in there. And who else is in there?
Sam
SV
Altman.
Angel.
Oh, okay. So Ron Conway. It's interesting because you would think if somebody was accused or it turned out somebody cheated and did that insurance cheating, I think is probably the way to say it. Fraud? I don't know if it's cheating or fraud.
Who knows? Look,
malfeasance.
What's interesting in all of the licensing, so a couple things happened.
Because they settled all that licensing for millions of dollars.
But so small millions, right? Ultimately,
what does it say about San Francisco?
The regulators who... I think the regulatory response to a lot of their staff not having proper licenses when they were brokering insurance was rather small. And the reason Parker, I think, was drummed out of there back in February 2016 was because he just missed his numbers by such a country mile.
So you think the cheating on the tests
if you have told your investors, if you raised 500 million on a 4.5 billion valuation, and you told people I'm going to hit $100 million
and you hit 50.
As a run rate at the end of this year, and you kind of and the following year we're going to get to 300 or something, but you end this year closer to 60.
Right. Was that number 50, 60 or something like that?
It was, yes, exactly. It was, so you miss your numbers by a long shot because your sales force turns out to be not nearly as productive as you thought they were going to be when you started amping it up, right? When they raised that 500 million round, they just started throwing salespeople at this product, and it turned out
salespeople who, in some cases, weren't actually certified, so they cut corners and still didn't hit the number.
Yeah, exactly. They weren't. Yeah, a lot of them weren't properly licensed to broker health insurance. So,
see, here's the problem in this kind of situation. One, I'm a fan of Parker's. I think he's a smart guy, but I think the growth at all costs mentality in Silicon Valley, people have to understand there's bending rules and there's breaking laws. There's, championing for the people, And then there's cheating for yourself. Let me take a moment to just thank Scott Ed Walker from the Walker Corporate Law Group, one of the oldest continuous sponsors and partners of this program, This Week in Startups. Walker Corporate Law, as you know, is a boutique law firm that specializes in the representation of entrepreneurs and startups. And they encourage fixed fees. They believe that billable hours reward inefficiency. So there's no shock when you get your bill from your attorney if you're using the Walker Corporate Law Group, because they'll agree on a price to do your Series A, to do your mergers and acquisitions, licensing agreements, terms of services, privacy policies, and all that great stuff. You need a great lawyer, and Scott's a great lawyer. He really cares. He is a great guy. I know him personally for 5 or 6 years now. You can reach Scott Ed Walker directly at 415-979-9998, 415-979-9998, or you can email him or go to their website, and you can follow him at Scott Ed Walker on Twitter, and he's Scott at walkercorporatelaw.com, and you can visit walkercorporatelaw.com. Okay, great job, Scott. Thanks for helping startups.